Hey Trails Collective, Ian here. So I am back for a follow-up round on the best outsole or stickiest or grippiest rubber in the trail shoe market. And so last week I posted up a video and article on the grippiest outsole competition, taking 9 of the top outsole rubbers head to head. Same conditions, same day, over some of the slickest, I guess, surface, which is this wet rock behind me that I've ever experienced in, I guess, running various parts of the world and for sure the country. And so as I mentioned in that, my inspiration was wear testing a pair of Asics Fuji Trabuco light trail shoes. Model that I did not have high hopes for in any way, shape, or form based on the trajectory of the brand and how I've been feeling about the brand. But so as not to just feed into my own confirmation biases, I wanted to take that model head to head with some of the others. And what I had experienced in that test was that outsole rubber, while it wasn't my favorite in terms of versatility and it was pretty hard and it was really grippy. And so I wanted to, I guess, again, challenge my own confirmation bias to see really whether it was holding its own based next to other outsole rubbers out there. And what I found in that test head to head was, yeah, it actually does. It's one of the grippiest outsoles on the market, whether you like it or not, or whether you want to believe it or not. It's pretty great. That model will phase out here in 2020. At the end of 2020, it did rather, with a newer model coming out in 2021, which I have on the books to test as soon as it comes out. But another surprise takeaway from, I guess, that head-to-head comp was that I really wasn't that impressed by the Vibram outsole rubber. In that case, it was the Ultraventure 2, which isn't quite out yet. It comes out in February, in a week or two. And it uses an XS Trek Evo outsole rubber. And it is an upgrade, in theory, from the Ultraventure 1, which used the Vibram XS Trek. And so while I've had pretty good luck historically with Vibrams, I was just surprised that that didn't really do that well head-to-head with some of the others, that XS Trek. And so what I wanted to do is follow up, because in that comp, I didn't have one of the Megagrips, which is the outsole compound that you'll find in several others, whether it be the Ultra Olympus or whether it be one of the better trail shoes on the market right now, the Hoka Speed Goat. And so I wanted to come back. And so what I did was I came back with also a pair of mountain racers, a model I actually like from Topo. I thought it was really well done. And it also uses a Vibram Megagrip outsole. And I also came back with another one of my favorite shoes coming out of 2019, maybe 2018 actually, was the Hoka Evo Jaws. Also one that uses a Vibram, really aggressive lug pattern Vibram outsole using the Megagrip compound. While this shoe had pretty awful durability, which basically led to me phasing it out of the shop, I really love the underfoot feel, and it is really grippy and sticky. So I am going to go back for another couple rounds here and take Vibram head to head. And then if it seems to really have a felt difference, I also brought back out a couple of the podium winners with the Innovates graphene compound here in the Terra Ultra G270, as well as the winner of the stickiest and grippiest outsole truly on the market, the VJ Max with their butyl rubber. So we're going to go head to head with a couple rounds and let's see how they do. All right. All right, so we are back going head to head at the same spot as last week's test for the rest of the bunch. I have the Topo mountain racer on my left that uses the Vibram Megagrip compound, as well as the Ultraventure 2 on my right, which uses XS Trek Evo. And let's see what they do next to one another here. And I also wanted to wait a week or so after to try to get the same conditions. There was a little bit more ice in the frames last week hanging on, but the temperature is actually pretty close. It's about 30, probably somewhere around 34, 35, 37, somewhere in there degrees at the moment. And yeah, actually I can say there's significant difference between the Megagrip and the, I mean right there is a case example, which I think I'm a little out of the frame there. Sorry, I walked out of the frame. Pretty significant difference in a slick spot there a second ago. Whereas the Megagrip does just grips. There's just a little bit of felt well, it just drifts in the XS Trek. So definitely a difference there. All right, next round, I've got the Topo Mountain Racer using the Vibram Megagrip on my left. I have the Innovate Terra Ultra G270 on my right using the graphene compound right off the bat in a couple of the slick spots that I found in the prior round. These two feel really quite close. Actually, right here, slick spot, actually a perfect spot. I'm able to compress the water a bit, flowing over. Otherwise, slick rock underneath. Just gravitating the shoes back and forth with a little bit of twist. Perfect spot. Actually, I am going... I am actually going to give the nod to Megagrip. I think Megagrip actually is, they're close. I'm going to go with Megagrip for the number 3 slot, just a hair better than the graphene compound. I think my confirmation bias would have had me have gone with the graphene. Kind of wanted to go with the graphene, but actually I'm going to give the nod to Megagrip. All right, glad I came back out and did it. And one more round. Got the Vibram Megagrip compound and the Topo Mountain Racer on my left. Have the VJ Max, the winner of last week, on my right. And I can say pretty quickly that VJ's Butyl still takes it for stickiest outsole rubber. So I am glad I came back out with the Vibram Megagrip. That will ride in, I think, the podium alongside ASICS grip for the number 2 and 3 slots. All right, I am glad I headed back out for a Vibram comp round. So as I mentioned, I had the Vibram Megagrip in 2 different models, as well as the Vibram XS Trek, which I used in the larger comp competition last week. And I'm glad I came back out. Vibram Megagrip, as I had remembered, really does perform well and significantly and noticeably better than the XS Trek they're using in the Ultraventure. It is fairly close to the graphene. I gave the nod to Megagrip just over the graphene, but is still not as grippy, and very noticeably so versus VJ Max. And I don't have the ASICS out here, Fuji Tribuco with their ASICS grip, but remembering what that was like, probably fairly close to the Megagrip, so I'm going to put those in the number 2 and 3 slots. And that displaces the Innovate to the number 4 spot. All right,